Now we will see Z transform of some examples. Obtain the Z transform of x of t equals to t into e power minus t. We know that Z transform should be applied for discrete time signals. That is why I am converting this discrete time signal into continuous time signal into discrete time signal by putting t equals to kt, where t indicates sampling period and k indicates samples. So Z transform of x of kt equals to Z transform of t means kt into e power minus a into t means kt. Now we need to find the Z transform for this. If you write t outside, t into Z transform of this is k into e power minus a kt. This is Z transform of k into e power minus a kt. According to differentiation theorem, we know that Z transform of k into some x of k. We are having formula like Z transform of k into x of k. For this formula is minus z into t by dz of minus z into t by dz of x of z. That means here k into x of k, in the place of x of k we are having e power minus a k. So this is minus z into, okay, t is there, minus z into t by dz of x of z means this is Z transform of x of k. Here we are having x of k as e power minus a kt. So Z transform of e power minus a kt becomes x of z. Z transform of e power minus a kt means we know that already it is z by z minus e power minus a t. We have solved it in the previous examples. And now minus z t into derivative of this vu dash z minus e power minus a t into t by dz of z1 minus z into u v dash by v square, z minus e power minus a t whole square. By simplifying this, we will get it as, means z gets cancelled. We will get it as minus minus plus z t into e power minus a t by z minus e power minus a t whole square. Now let us solve one more example. Find Z transform of x of k is k into 1 by 2 whole power k into u of k convolution 1 by 3 whole power k into u of k. We know that here I am taking this as some x1 of k and this as some x2 of k. So for this Z transform of this x1 of k is x1 of z equals to, we know that Z transform of a power k is a power k into u of k is z by z minus a. Here in the place of a we are having 1 by 2. So for this Z transform is z by z minus 1 by 2. And in the same way, Z transform of this x2 of k is x2 of z equals to Z transform of x2 of k means 1 by 3 whole power k into u of k. For this Z transform becomes z by z minus a. Here a means 1 by 3. Z by z minus 1 by 3. According to convolution theorem, we know that Z transform of x1 of k convolution x2 of k, we can find this as simply x1 of z into x2 of z, simply multiplying their Z transforms. So inside this bracket, we can obtain the Z transform for this 1 by 2 whole power k into u of k convolution 1 by 3 whole power k into u of k as simply x1 of z into x2 of z. x1 of z into x2 of z. So by simplifying this, z square by multiplying these two, z square minus 5 by 6 z plus 1 by 6. Now Z transform of this convolution of x1 of k convolution of x2 of k is obtained as z square minus 5 by 6 z plus 1 by 6. Now we are asked to find the Z transform of k into this total thing. Just now we are having the formula that Z transform of k into x of k is minus z into d by dz of x of z. So here x of z is the Z transform of this x of k. We are having now x1 of k convolution x2 of k in the place of x of k. So for that, minus z into d by dz of x of z. Here x of z means Z transform of this total thing. Z transform of this total thing means simply x1 of z into x2 of z. So x1 of z into x2 of z. So minus z into d by dz of x1 of z into x2 of z is obtained as z square minus 5 by 6 z plus 1 by 6. Now in the same way here, minus z into vu dash. V into u dash means 2z minus u z square into v dash means 2z minus 5 by 6 by v square. By simplifying this, we will be getting it as 5 by 6 z cube minus 1 by 3 z square by z square minus 5 by 6 z plus 1 by 6 whole square. Now let us solve one more example. Find the Z transform of x of s equals to 1 by s into s plus 1. Here we are having a function in S domain. First we need to go for 3 steps. First we need to apply inverse Laplace transform for this, and we need to convert this into time domain. But it will be in continuous time domain. We need to convert that into discrete time domain by putting t equals to kt. Then we need to apply Z transform. We need to do 3 steps. So in order to apply inverse Laplace transform for this, we need to apply partial fractions. X of s is written as a by s plus b by s plus 1. By finding a and b, we are getting them as a as 1 and b as minus 1. Now x of s equals to 1 by s minus 1 by s plus 1. By applying inverse Laplace transform on both sides, inverse Laplace transform, so L inverse of x of s becomes x of t equals to L inverse of 1 by s means 1 minus L inverse of 1 by s plus 1 means e power minus t. We know that L inverse of 1 by s plus a is e power minus a t. So e power minus t. Now we need to convert this continuous time domain into discrete time domain as by simply putting t equals to kt. X of kt equals to 1 minus e power minus kt. Now applying z transform on both sides gives z transform of x of kt equals to z transform of 1 minus z transform of e power minus kt. Now z transform of x of kt is x of z equal to z transform of 1 means we know that it has z by z minus 1. We have solved it in previous examples, and minus z transform of e power minus kt. We know that z transform of a power k as z by z minus a already. Now it is z transform of e power minus t whole power k. We can write it as. That means in the place of here now we are having e power minus t. So z by z minus e power minus t. Now by simplifying this, it is z into 1 minus e power minus t by z minus 1 into z minus e power minus t. Thank you.